coming off of a road win at Alabama Huntsville on Tuesday, 83-76. The Christian Brothers Ladybucks back home at Canale Arena tonight as they get set to take on Valdosta State. Hello, everyone. I'm David Luce. I'll provide the play-by-play for tonight's action. And joining me here courtside, former Christian Brothers player and coach Ed Murphy. And, well, Ed, Ladybucks come into this one. You look at the win over Alabama Huntsville, but really you go back 4 straight games, 80-plus points. This team's starting to put it together.
Yeah, they like to run the floor. They like to keep the pace up on a game. They want to get some shots off early in the shot clock. 10 seconds, they're looking for those shots, and they're looking to keep up that pace.
Well, it should be an interesting one tonight as Christian Brothers takes on Valdosta State. As we get set for the playing of the national anthem, we'll step aside, and we'll be right back to Canale Arena. Well, just about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups between Austin Peay and Valdosta State. David Luce, Ed Murphy with you here. Christian Brothers and Valdosta State. Old habits, old habits die hard. But just about ready for the starting lineups as Valdosta State comes into this one. And Ed, let's talk about Valdosta State a little bit. This is a team, one of the hottest teams in the Gulf South. You look at them, 6 straight wins. 13-2 overall, 8-1 in conference action, and this is a team that, Ed, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a real litmus test for Christian Brothers.
Yeah, Christian Brothers has been struggling to stay consistent against teams, so they need to have a consistent effort the whole game through. They got to play through the lows and make sure that it's not too bad.
You know, you look at this game, and it's interesting if you look at it just from a statistical standpoint. Christian Brothers comes in, as we said, 4 straight games, 80-plus points. This is a team that we said offensively is really starting to put it together. Now, you look at Valdosta State. This is a team, they don't necessarily score a lot of points, but they don't give them up either.
Yeah, Christian Brothers, like I said before, they like to push the pace and get early shots. Emily Jones likes to shoot that 3. She's their leading scorer. They like to get her started off early. They like to push the pace, and sometimes they struggle against a good defensive team. So we'll see what they can do if they slow them down. If Valdosta State cuts off their running game, see how they adjust to that and stay close.
Ed, you talk about Emily Jones, 20 points per game coming into this one overall, 21.3 points per game in conference action, and you just see her getting better and better. But really, across the board, you could look at Yaya Coleman and really down the roster, you're seeing a young basketball team kind of grow through the course of the season.
Yeah, Jones is consistent. Yaya is a little inconsistent, but when she's on, she carries this team. When Yaya is on, that's when they're looking really well.
Well, fans back in Canale Arena went a few games anywhere with no fans, and then they had pass list only. Now they've opened it back up. Social distancing, obviously. Fans required to wear a mask, but good to see fans back in the arena.
Yeah, it's nice to see those bleachers with a few people in them. maybe we can get some more people in as time goes by here.
So just about ready for tip-off. It'll be Bella Jones jumping center for Christian Brothers. And for Valdosta, it'll be Fair. Here's the tip, controlled by Valdosta, and we're underway into the front court. And Valdosta, as we said, wouldn't say they're deliberate, but they're not a team that's going to push the pace like Christian Brothers does.
Christian Brothers starts off in the zone, gets a steal right away.
Yep, here's Doran, takes the other way, has it tipped away from behind out of bounds. It'll stay with Christian Brothers, so a good start defensively for the Lady Bucks. So Austin P will inbound underneath.
Christian
Brothers. Here's Jones, left wing, fires a three. Comes off the front of the iron, and the defensive rebound to Valdosta. They'll slow it up. And right there out of the gate, you see Valdosta, they're not looking to really run and push the pace.
No, they're not. They're going to be very deliberate.
Shot fake out front, into the lane. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass, but nonetheless, stolen away initially, and then stepping out of bounds for Christian Brothers was Carly Bates, so it'll stay with Valdosta.
The Lady Bucks have switched to a zone. They've been playing man for most of the season. They switched the last 2 games to a zone.
Here's the inbound. And Valdosta, as we said, in conference play, only giving up about 52 points per game. Here's a drive down the left side of the lane. We got a whistle on the foul. This will go against Christian Brothers. Let's see who they get it on. Looks like they're going to get it on Yaya Coleman, her first, team first. So just underway in this one, Christian Brothers and Valdosta. No score. And here's the first free throw up and in, and Valdosta on the board first is Lily Long with the free throw. Long on the season, shooting about 86% at the line, knocks down the second, and Valdosta up 2-0 early. Quickly other way, down low to Bella Jones. They'll work it back out front. Here's Montgomery down the left side of the lane. Looks to little pull-up jumper to the left side, too strong. Another defensive board for Valdosta. Quickly other way, here's Francis. Holds up out front, goes to the right wing to Bernard. Again, little pitch and catch out front. They go right back into the lane. Up too hard off the glass, offensive rebound, and back up and in. Little offensive board work that time as Fair with the bucket for Valdosta, and it's 4-0. Doran out front. Emily Jones, left side, pull-up jumper, got it. And boy, you look at Emily Jones, just her ability to put the ball in the basket, huge for this team. She's shooting 46% on the season.
Yeah, she has a nice-looking jump shot.
Oh, here's a quick three at the other end, yeah. That time it's Hain with the three, and it's 7-2. Montgomery out top, backs up, steps back. She's going to fire a three. Front iron, no. Another defensive board for Valdosta. This time they do look to run into the lane. Check up, back out. Here's a three out front. Rims in and out, no. Rebound tipped around. Doran pulls it down for the Lady Bucks.
I'd like to see the Lady Bucks attack the basket a little bit here.
Bates over to Montgomery, looks to drive left side again, and here's a whistle. And this will go against Lily Long, her first, and the first on Valdosta. Foul is on the floor, so Christian Brothers will inbound underneath. Doran looks in, can't get it initially. Now finally does get it into Montgomery, back to Doran. They'll play a little pitch and catch out front to Emily Jones. Back over to Montgomery, wants a ball screen. Now gives it out front. Here's Bates. Looks to drive, little runner, floater, got it. Oh, that's a nice shot. Boy, nice shot by Carly Bates. Makes it 7-4.
Nice little patience there, waited for the screen. Made a nice little run shot.
Francis comes left side. Back out top. Into Long. Boy, quick ball movement by Valdosta. Here's Francis in the lane, and she gets the little floater to go. Valdosta back up 5. Bates drives, dumps off. Bella Jones along the baseline. Oh, rims in and out. Rim unfriendly on that one. Here's Valdosta with another rebound. It's Hain looking to attack. Kicks out to Francis for three on the left wing. Good. 12-4. Valdosta stretches the lead to 8. And when they do run, it's one of those where they'll push it and look to see what they've got. If it's not there, they'll back it out. But that time, nobody able to get to Francis quickly enough on the left wing.
Yeah, the Lady Bucks are not putting too much pressure on the perimeter of Lady Blazers.
Jones kicks out to her cousin Bella for three out front, a little bit short, front of the iron. Here come the Blazers. Here's
another
three.
Open shot.
Yep, another three on the left wing. This one rolls all around, hits the backboard, and settles through for Delaney Bernard. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, it's 15-4 Blazers. Montgomery out top to Bates. Emily Jones thought about a three deep on the left side, didn't pull the trigger. Back out front to Doran. Again, Jones wants to drive down the right side. Runner with the right hand, off the glass, up and in. And they needed that bucket, Ed.
That was a nice play. She made a tough shot. She don't double team there off the glass.
And Emily Jones with 4 early. 5:35 to play here in the first quarter. 15-6 Valdosta.
Lady Bucks putting a little more pressure on the perimeter now.
And here's the turnover. Yeah, good call. Forced the turnover that time. And checking into the game for Christian Brothers is Montgomery. She'll replace Bella Jones. So Jeremiah Montgomery checks into the game. Montgomery on the season, just under 11 points per contest, shooting 50% from the floor. Oh, here they try to feed the ball immediately right in the lane. It's tipped out of bounds. They were trying to find Montgomery cutting across the middle of the lane.
They called the foul there.
Did they call a foul?
They called the foul.
Oh, okay.
Who was on?
They got the foul on Fair.
Fair.
Yep. Here's Emily Jones, a little stab hook with the left hand. A little short, no good. Valdosta with the rebound. Here's Francis out top. Looks left side. Goes back, right wing. Deep three, got it. I'll tell you what, that's Delaney Bernard with her second. And that was a deep three on the right wing, and it's 18-6. Blazers up 12. And we're going to have a line change by Valdosta State. Bates out top to Montgomery. Oh, nice fake,
nice
drive, yeah. Off the glass, nice take that time, Ed.
She made a little fake to the wing. They went forward, and she just turned the corner and made a nice open layup.
18-8, Christian Brothers down 10. Christian Brothers staying in the zone, 2-3 look. Blazers. Oh, nice cut and a nice pass down the lane that time was Fair. Boy, they found her. Hain found her cutting down the right side. Montgomery looks to drive, spins in the lane, dumps down low. Montgomery can't get it to go. May have been tipped from behind. Regardless, no good, and here come the Blazers again.
I don't think she realized she had an open layup herself. She didn't need to make that pass. The defender had fallen down.
Hain out top. They'll work it around left side to Long. Oh, pass down low again and again. Just an easy bucket underneath for Fair.
They're just throwing the ball around the perimeter and getting easy passes inside.
22-8, Blazers up 14. Emily Jones backs it out on the wing, comes out top. Bates. Left side to Montgomery. Looks to drive. Or check it, that is Montgomery. It was Yaya Montgomery, a little short with the scoop shot. Valdosta runs quickly other way. Out top Long, around to Hain. Hain for three, air ball. I thought it might have been saved in, but it goes out of bounds. Media timeout on the floor. 3:18 to play first quarter. And Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta 22-8. 3:18 to play in the first quarter. Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta 22-8. And Ed, you look at the early numbers, and boy, Valdosta shooting well from the floor.
Wow.
8 of 12 overall, 4 of 6 behind the three-point line.
Well, their three-pointers, all of them have been wide open. They haven't been, not one has been contested. So you need to get your hand up and contest those to have a chance here.
Christian Brothers with the ball. Doran out top, gives to Montgomery at the free throw line right side. Looks to work in, kicks back out to Doran. Doran thought about a three out front. There's Emily Jones. Right side, Montgomery into the lane. Left-handed shot off the glass and in.
That's a good finish.
22-10. She brings Christian Brothers back within 12. Braylee McMath into the game for the Lady Bucks. All sorts of new faces have come in and out for Valdosta. Francis drives left side, throws up a wild one with the left hand, no good. Rebound Christian Brothers. Anna Ayala. McMath out top, sets the attack. Gives to Montgomery right side. Gets the ball screen for Emily Jones. Emily Jones tries to fire down low underneath the Montgomery, tipped away, turnover. Blazers on the attack. Francis kicks right side. They go in the corner, driving all the way to the basket. Short on the little layup attempt, but gets her own miss for Valdosta. Mallory Odell. Bernard out top. Gives to Odell. Free throw line jumper. Back iron. No. Rebound battled for, and we're going to go the other way. They're going to get a whistle against the Blazers. And it looks like that time it's going to go in Taylor Searcy and her first, team third. And Valdosta does run them in and out a little bit. So 1:49 left here in the first quarter. Christian Brothers trails 22-10. McMath into the front court. They'll work it around left side. Here's Montgomery. Out top to Bella Jones. Right side to Emily Jones. Out top. Ayla back to Jones, and they're getting Emily Jones with a travel. So another turnover for Christian Brothers.
Christian Brothers is struggling to score.
Third turnover of the quarter for the Lady Bucks. A weave action, and just working around the perimeter for Valdosta. Here's the three in the corner. Long, that's an air ball out of the hands. Well, and now another turnover for Christian Brothers as they look to run the other way.
Bella Jones did a no-look pass, but point guard wasn't paying attention.
The turnover, the missed three was India Jordan for Valdosta. Again, little action out top. They come left side. This is Hain. Hain down low. All the way to the opposite side of the basket and scoring off the glass. That's Odell. Worked across the lane. McMath. Oh, she gets her runner blocked in the lane by Odell. Here come the Blazers, right side. Skip it. Left side to Bulmer. And another three rattles out. Emily Jones with the rebound. Quickly ahead to McMath up the left side. She'll back it out. Montgomery, right wing. Looks in at Bella Jones. Bounces it to her along the baseline. Spins, back out. And Christian Brothers needing a bucket here. Down 24-10. Bella Jones. McMath for three now. Got it.
Made it.
Huge bucket that time, Ed.
Yeah, that time they pushed the ball up the court fast, and Valdosta State got back good, but the Lady Bucks worked the ball around, got them a good open shot.
Hain in the lane. They get her with the travel. Yeah. You got 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Yaya Coleman will check back in for Christian Brothers, as will Bates.
They're going to try to drive the lane and maybe kick it out to Jones or Yaya for a three here.
Bates will let it roll across the timeline, picks it up. 7 seconds. Bates right side into the lane. 4 seconds. And they get her with the travels. She got to the left side, Ed, and then it looked like 2 or 3 Blazers converged on her, and she shuffled her feet.
Yeah, if she just pivoted the other way, she had Yaya open at the top for a three.
2.6 seconds. Hain Dribbles into the front
Don't need
court.
to foul.
Oh, they're going to wave it. Knocks it
no
down.
good,
Wow.
no good.
They wave it off saying it was after the buzzer.
That was a good call. It wasn't even close, really.
Yep. End of the first quarter. Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta 24-13. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back to Canale Arena. Just about ready for second quarter action here at Canale Arena. Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta State. Women's action up first here tonight as Lady Bucks trail 24-13. And Ed, your early thoughts on first quarter action?
Well, the Lady Bucks really was struggling to get good shots there. They got in the lane a few times, but then they turned the ball over every time they had a chance. And Valdosta is just a solid team. They come down. If they've got something early, they take it. If not, they work it around. They've been getting easy shots in the lane and at the three.
Now Christian Brothers with the ball to start the second quarter. Montgomery out top gets a ball screen from Coleman, and they're going to get Coleman with an illegal screen. You watch that, and that's a call sometimes you just don't know what's coming when it comes to ball screens.
Yeah, it's almost flipping a coin with some of these referees.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a ball screen. Sometimes it's a no call.
Now Valdosta after the turnover with the ball. Little run along the baseline. Short.
Oh.
No. Offensive rebound back up and in. I think it was Odell. I couldn't really see, but regardless, two more for Valdosta, and they're up 13.
Yeah, two Lady Bucks there fought over the rebound, tipped it to a wide open Odell there.
Bates for three out top, hard off to the left side. Hain with the rebound for the Blazers. Left side. Looks in. Lady Bucks stay in the zone, and here's another three for Valdosta. It's Bolmer. Found it wide open on the left side. Nobody could get out there quick enough, and it's 29-13 Blazers. Just kind of methodically stretching this lead at times, and here's a turnover. That time, Coleman just lost a handle on it, went out of bounds.
Lady Bucks got to communicate better down on the defensive end. You have one player trying to cover two with the ball. You got to help each other out.
Hey, Hala back into the game for Christian Brothers. Bolmer for three again. Got another one. Somebody better find her because she's got the hot hand right now, and she stretches it to a 19-point lead, 32-13. Montgomery out on the right wing. Hala in the corner. Bella Jones thought about it. Now will fire. Front iron, then comes off the back. No. Rebound pinballed around in there a little bit and picked up by Bolmer. Here comes Hain. Left side. Out front. And Lady Bucks needing to find a way to get a stop, and it didn't happen there. As there's Hain right in the lane. Found a perfect little soft spot in the middle of that zone. Turnaround jumper. Timeout Christian Brothers. And now all of a sudden, Ed, it's 34-13.
Yeah, the Lady Bucks are in trouble here. They're not talking on defense. They're giving wide open shots every single time. They're not contesting any shots.
Well, you look at it right now, Valdosta 13 of 23, 56%, but the three-point number's what really hurting Christian Brothers.
They're shooting better from the three-point line than they are from the field. They're 6 out of 10. The Lady Bucks have only hit 1 out of 6 from the three-point line.
And 6 of 17 overall. Lady Bucks with 6 turnovers here early, and, in talking before the game with Darvin Gill, the assistant coach for Christian Brothers, everything we've seen, he mentioned, he said, this is a team that, they're not going to really look to run and really quicken the pace, he said, but what happens more times than not is they execute so well, talking about Valdosta, and you lose assignments defensively, and before you know it, boom, there's somebody wide open for a three. Seen that several times already here in the first half.
Yeah. Valdosta State really looks around and has their head ups all the time looking for the open person.
Yeah, move the ball well. 8:11 to play here in the first half. 34-13, Valdosta with the lead.
I think if you're Lady Bucks, you've got to slowly try to get back in this game. You know, you want to cut this down, this lead in half before the end. By the time you got to halftime.
Bates out front. Bella Jones drives left side, takes up a runner. Shot blocked. Odell comes away with it. And here comes Valdosta State again. Oh, another three that time from Bulmer. Can't get that one to go, and Christian Brothers with the rebound. Quickly the other way. Doran left corner. Emily Jones for three. Rims out. And another rebound to Odell. Searcy into the front court. Right side, Bulmer. Down along the baseline, Hain. And they get her with a travel. Couldn't really see what happened on the far side of the floor, but at that point, you don't care how it happens for Christian Brothers. You just needed to stop.
Christian Brothers need to see a basket fall here. Maybe they can drive to the basket, get some shot fakes, go to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's interesting as Doran drives left side, cut off, double team, backs it out. Out front, Bella Jones for three. That one doesn't go, rims in and out. Rebound loose and picked up by Valdosta State. But it's interesting, this is a team in Christian Brothers, last 4 games, 80-plus in every contest. Before that, at least in the 70s, and really struggling to score in this one. And there's Hain again, right in the middle of that zone with a turnaround jumper. 36-13. Lady Bucks trailing by 23. Emily Jones left side. Down low, Ahela. Kicks back out, around again to the left side to Jones. Emily Jones works baseline, and she's going to get a chance to shoot too. You know, you talk about, a lot of coaches will tell you, you get to a point, you got to find a way to put something on the board. And even if it's find a way to get to the free throw line, at this point, Christian Brothers just needing a way to get some points on the board.
Yeah, they need and just slow down Valdosta State a little bit. Go to the free throw line, make 2, set up your defense.
Christian Brothers scoreless in the last 3:52. And first free throw up for Jones is good. So that breaks the cold spell for Christian Brothers. Emily Jones on the season, phenomenal at the free throw line, about 85%. Second free throw up, got them both to go, perfect.
And the Lady Bucks probably aren't going to put any pressure. They're not going to put full court pressure. This Valdosta team, they probably wouldn't do them any good. They need to settle in, keep the ball out of the middle there.
So Valdosta up 36-15. Francis over right side, long three, no, off the front of the iron. Bates with the board, and she's going to run quickly out front, or right side. Now Christian Brothers will check up.
Boy, Valdosta does a good job of getting back on defense.
Crawford into the game for the Lady Bucks. 15 shot clock. Crawford right side, Ahela out front around left side. Bates will back it out with 8 on the shot clock. Ball screen out top, right side runner, right hand, no good, too strong. Another defensive rebound. Francis. Right into the middle of the lane, and that time, thankfully, couldn't handle the pass, has to kick it back out, but here's a three. That's short, no, but an offensive rebound. Up and under, got it, and the foul.
Everything's going right for Valdosta State, and Christian Brothers is just struggling at every.
That was Lily Long with the offensive rebound in the putback. Drew the foul and will go to the line. They get the foul on Montgomery for Christian Brothers. So 38-15, back to a 23-point advantage for the Blazers with 5:26 to play in the first half. Long's free throw is good, and it's 39-15. Crawford, left wing, looks to drive. Not there. They'll bring it around to the right side of the floor to Doran. 17 shot clock. And just a different looking offensive team than we've seen last couple of weeks for Christian Brothers. Here's a turnover as Doran dribbles it off of her foot. Francis the other way attacks Bates. Bates able to strip her, but Francis comes away with it. Down low. Long, out top. And, yeah, that's going to be a whistle. As Bernard gets knocked to the floor. And they're going to get the foul on Crawford for Christian Brothers. Emily Jones checks back in. She'll replace Doran. Carly Bates will have a seat.
The Lady Bucks had a good defensive possession going there, and then jumping up in the air on a shot fake from 40 feet was just a bad decision there.
Dump down low, and we've got another whistle. And again, got it right into the middle of the zone, and Lily Long did a good job, immediately turned, looked down low, and found Fair underneath. And you get a whistle and a foul.
They're just doing it's almost too easy right now. The Lady Bucks got to figure out how to stop something here.
So Fair will shoot 2. Knocks down the first. Leading scorer for Valdosta State coming in, 13.8 points per game, about a 52% free throw shooter. So hadn't been stellar at the line, but still leading scorer for this team. Second attempt, back iron, no. But offensive rebound, and you got to find a way to get that one off the missed free throw. But Valdosta with another chance here.
Good defense that time.
Yeah, nice defense by Christian Brothers. Montgomery looks to run, has it tipped away, but recovers, gives Emily Jones. She'll drive left side.
And
they're going to call the foul on the floor. NBA, you get a little continuation there. So the foul on Bernard for Valdosta State. So a couple more faces into the game for Christian Brothers. Ralston checks in. Inbound to Emily Jones. Valdosta, man-to-man. Coleman wanted to drive, but has it stripped away by Francis. Francis going to attack McMath at the other end. Backs it out. Here's a 3 by Long. Out front, good. 43-15, 28-point lead for the Blazers. McMath, quick 3 at the other end, got it. Answers back, rattled it home. And at this point, every bucket big for Christian Brothers. There's a 3 at the other end, no good. As that one, a quick 3 by Valdosta. Searcy with the 3. Coleman with the rebound. Now Coleman drives at the other end, off the glass, up and in.
This is what Coach Carmack, she wants the pace to pick up. She needs this pace to pick up, even though she's down. That's the only way they're going to score is pick up this pace.
43-20. 5-0 run for Christian Brothers until that 3. As Fair, or check it, Bernard able to knock down the 3. Boy, you look at Bernard, Long, Hain, you've got some shooters out on the floor for Valdosta. Here's a 3 out top, and it's going to go out of bounds back to Valdosta as Ralston couldn't get it to go. Exactly 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Christian Brothers trailing 46-20. Long, left wing, out top, Bernard. Right in the middle of that zone. Fair, step back, no. Short jumper, front iron. Emily Jones with the rebound. She's going to look to attack for Christian Brothers. All the way to the basket. Right hand, a little bit short. Front iron. Quickly other way, Francis. Left-handed scoop shot. That hits the underside of the backboard, and here comes Christian Brothers the other way. Back and forth we go now. This is the pace the Lady Bucks want. Crawford for 3. Got it.
That was a nice drive by Jones. She kicked it out to a wide open
46-23. And now Valdosta's going to take a little timeout as the pace starting to pick up, and this is what you'd want to see if you're Jesse Carmack.
Yeah, she wants that pace to keep going. She's on the side, tell them go, go, go. And they got the Lady Blazers here to take a couple of quick shots and miss them. Took advantage of it. The Blazers coach is going to slow it back down.
Yeah, full timeout, 2:17 to play in the second quarter. Christian Brothers trails 46-23, and we'll take a quick timeout. .217 to play here in the second quarter. Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta. Game one of tonight's doubleheader as the Ladybugs trailing 46-23 to Valdosta State. Blazers with the basketball. Working around the perimeter.
I imagine this is going to be a longer possession here for Valdosta State.
Well, here's a defensive rebound for Coleman as Emily Jones runs quickly the other direction. Coleman out top, thought about three-shot fake, now drives right side. We've got a whistle. She scores, but they're going to wave it off.
Again.
Yeah. They're going to say the foul was on the floor. Now they're going to get the foul on India Jordan.
Yeah, she had already gathered and took one step there when she got fouled, and he didn't give her the shot.
Yeah, it's the first on Jordan. Inbound underneath to Emily Jones out front to Bella Jones over to McMath right side. 15 shot clock. McMath will back it out. Looks to reset. 8 shot clock. Out top to Crawford. 5. They give to Montgomery. Left little turnaround jumper near the just inside the free throw line, but it's short. And the rebound to Valdosta State's Odell. Here's Jones.
Inside again.
Or check it, Jordan. They'll come around. Hayne out top. Back to India Jordan. Back iron on the 3. No. Rebound. And Bella Jones had her hands on it. It was knocked away, and they're going to get a foul. And they'll get the foul on Taylor Searcy. Here's Bates checking back in for Christian Brothers. As Crawford and McMath will get a breather. Looks like Doran also checked back in. So just over a minute left here in the first half, and one of those, you want some momentum going into the locker room. Emily Jones backing her way in. They're going to get her with a carry. Well, 9th turnover of the half for Christian Brothers. And, 9 turnovers, 33% shooting, 27 behind the arc. It's going to make it tough. Here's India Jordan in the lane. Off the backboard, too strong. Emily Jones with another board for the Lady Bucks. Coleman, 3, no. Hard off to the left. Hayne with the rebound. And they'll hold up as Searcy brings it into the front court.
Good hands there.
Yep. Doran got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. So we said fans allowed back is small. Obviously not a huge crowd here at Canale Arena, but good to see fans back in the gym, period. For 3, left corner, good. Do I even need to say the name? Kendall Bowman with her 3rd 3 of the half. Here's Emily Jones quickly other way. Is fouled, she'll shoot 2. And they'll get that foul against Valdosta. They're going to call it on Hayne. Boy, Bulmer, you look at her here in the first half, Ed, and you better make sure you know where she is. She's 3 of 5 behind the arc as Emily Jones now a perfect 3 of 3 at the free throw line. She's got 7 points. Second attempt, perfect again. She's got 8. Christian Brothers trails 49-25. Bernard checks back in for the Blazers. 18 seconds left in the half.
Got to get a stop if you're Lady Bucks here.
Bernard way out front, 10 seconds. They go to the free throw line. Odell, pass tipped away. Emily Jones with that chance. 2 seconds into the front court, throws it up short. And we'll go to the locker room at the half. Christian Brothers trailing 49-25. And obviously you're getting an example of, why Valdosta State's 13-2 and 8-1 on the season.
Yeah, they just take anything that you give them. They work the ball. They're very patient. If they have a quick shot, we saw they're not really, like you said, they're not really looking to run. But when they push it up, if they get an open shot, or they're not afraid to take those threes, and they sure seem to be good at it. They're 50% for the first half. 9 of 18.
Here's another interesting thing before we go to a break. You look at Valdosta coming in. This is a team overall that only had 2 players coming into this game averaging in double figures. That's Fair and Hain. Fair averaging 13.8, Hain at 11.7. In conference play, only 1 player in double figures. This is a team that spreads it out. You look at this game, nobody in double figures for Valdosta, and they got 49 points.
Yeah, they've spread that out. Those threes are spread out.
It's an impressive team just about any way you dissect it. I mean, they do a good job offensively, defensively. They're a solid basketball team. They've given Christian Brothers all sorts of fits in terms of trying to find good shots at times. And you look at Christian Brothers, 32% from the floor, 25% behind the arc, 9 turnovers. It's going to be tough against a good team, against a good team like Valdosta.
Like you said, they're shooting very well. You were talking about Bowman being 3 for 5, but to start the game, it was Bernard she was 3 for 4.
Well, at the half, Christian Brothers trailing game 1 of tonight's doubleheader to the Blazers, 49-25. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with you with second half action right after this from Canale Arena. Welcome back to Canale Arena at the half. Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta 49-25. David Luce, Ed Murphy with you here for Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader as the Christian Brothers men will take on Valdosta in Game 2. But first things first, Ed, you look at the first half and really you look at the scoreboard and then look at the stat sheet, and this is one of those where the stat sheet really does kind of tell the story, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does, Dave. You look at the Lady Bucks just haven't shot the ball very well, and when you don't shoot the ball very well, that's a lot of rebounds, and they have 0 offensive rebounds, no second chance points at all.
Well, Christian Brothers in the first half, and this is a team, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, a team that the last 4 games averaging over 80 points per game, getting up and down the floor, and it really looked like a team that was finding its groove. Yeah, they've run into a little bit of a buzzsaw here in Valdosta State as Christian Brothers struggling to shoot, 9 of 28 from the floor, 3 of 12 behind the arc, and you look to the second half, and Ed, it's one of those, what does Christian Brothers need to do?
Well, they need the pace of this game to speed up to what they like. They like to run it up and down, and that's the only way they're going to get back into it. But along with that, they're going to have to get some defensive stops. They're going to have to have the Lady Blazers take some hard shots. They've had a lot of they're shooting over 50% from 3-point, 47 for the game for the overall, and it's because they've had pretty easy shots.
Well, we talk about Valdosta and it being a balanced attack. As we said, this is a team in conference action, only one player averaging in double figures. And then you look at this game, 49 points on the board. Nobody in double figures for the Blazers. So just a balanced attack. And you look up and down the stat sheet, and you've just got a bevy of players, 7, 8, 7, 5, 9, 4, 9. So they really spread it around.
Yeah, I know they're at the end of that second quarter. You were like, they better get on Bowler, but they need to get on all of them. It seems like, once again, if they can get their hand up and contest some of these shots, that percentage has got to go down. So they need to come out here in the first 2-3 minutes and get some stops and run the ball and make some shots on their running game. Maybe try to get the Lady Blazers to call the first time out early.
Well, then you look at Christian Brothers and coming in, obviously, Emily Jones, the leading scorer, averaging over 21 per game in conference play coming in here in the first half. 2 of 6 from the floor, 4-4 at the free throw line, 8 points, 3 turnovers. And then, you look at Yaya Coleman, and that's the second big gun for Christian Brothers. And Coleman struggled in the first half, 1 of 6 from the floor, only 2 points.
Yeah, and Coleman had a couple of good looks at the basket, and it just didn't go down for her. Emily Jones, you can see in the end of that second quarter, was getting a little frustrated. She was trying a little bit too hard. She drove the lane a few times, held the ball a little bit long, trying to do too much, and the Lady Blazers just collapse on her when she gets down in there. They know that she's the leading scorer, so they're not going to give her anything.
Yeah, Jeremiah Montgomery with 4 points in the first half. Braylee McMath came in off the bench, had 6 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, knocked down a couple of three-pointers in the first half, but overall 9 of 28 from the floor, as we said, 3 of 12 behind the arc for Christian Brothers, being out-rebounded 25-15, and they find themselves in a big hole here as we get ready to start the second half. But, you look at this, if you're Christian Brothers and your head coach, Jesse Carmack, obviously the message is, hey, we got a long way to go. You're not going to get back in one chunk. It's got to be one stop, one bucket at a time, doesn't it?
Yeah, you got to go each possession at a time. You got to concentrate on getting many runs here. Like I said before, start off this first half with maybe a little bit of run, maybe try to get the Lady Blazers to call timeout. Then you get a little momentum. You get a little more pep in your step if you can, you come out here on a quick run. But you got to realize they're still going to make shots. This is a good team, so you got to make it a little bit harder for them.
Well, Christian Brothers coming into this one, 5-11 overall, 4-6 in conference play, and as we said, they come in off the win at Alabama Huntsville, 83-76, 2-2 in their last 4 games. But really, you look at these games, Ed, this is a team, they beat Auburn Montgomery 84-79, a game where they led by over 20 points, and Montgomery made the late run. But Montevallo, they lose by 2, 83-81 at West Alabama. And what was an entertaining game. They fall 90-85. But this is a basketball team that led a lot of young players on this roster. But you see the growth as we go through the season.
Right. Well, the Lady Blazers have to be careful here because, like you said, the Lady Bucks can put some points on the board. If they rest and think, oh, we're up by 24, we've won this game, Lady Bucks can come and score some points here.
And we're underway in the second half. Valdosta with the ball.
Lady Bucks starting out in that zone still.
Here's Hain, kick out. Bernard right wing. Really long down the lane.
Like
knocked to the floor. Yeah, you were wondering, was it going to be a trail or a foul? There was contact as she got down the lane, and they're going to get the foul. And it's going to go against Emily Jones, and that'll bring Long, as you might have heard Coach Carmack right in front of saying that was a little late. So Long to the free throw line.
Makes the first.
Yeah, makes the first one. Really Long on the season. Another good free throw shooter for Valdosta, 86%. Second free throw good. And she's got them both. She's got 10 first player in double digits for Valdosta State, and they're up 51-25. Doran. Yaya Coleman looks to attack, gets to the rim, but a little short with the right hand. And Francis quickly the other way. Well, Ed, you talk about getting off to a good start, and in order to do that, Valdosta gets the early 2 points, but now stops are crucial, and another whistle.
2 possessions, 2 fouls. That's not really what you want.
And this time it's going to go against Bella Jones. So the Jones cousins pick up a couple fouls to start the second half, and here's Fair going to the line. We said earlier, Fair only 52% at the line, went 1 of 1 in the first half, misses this one. Just underway in the second half. Christian Brothers trailing 51-25. Fair stays right on about par. She knocks down the seconds. She's 50% at the line. And it's 52-25. Doran with the ball. And this is where you see Christian Brothers trying to work offensively. And Jones into the lane, slips, tries to take it up, shot blocked. If you really want to call it a shot, and Valdosta with another possession. Hain for 3. Boom. And a quick timeout by Jessie Carmack as she said, I've got to stop this right now, and it's 55-25. It's a 30-point lead for Valdosta. And, Ed, not what you wanted to see for Christian Brothers out of the locker room.
No, 2 fouls, sent them to the free throw line twice, and then a couple of turnovers. Jones drove in there. You'd like to see her teammates kind of reposition or cut while she drives down the middle, but they all just stood there and watched her. And she was in trouble. She had nowhere to go. Her teammates just watched her. Well, so, they've got to work together a little bit better on defense. Also, they don't seem to be talking to each other, trying to work together. In offense, it looks like everyone's trying to make a play themselves.
Well, a 6-0 run out of the locker room for Valdosta. 55-25 now the score. Up next for Christian Brothers is they'll be at home again on Saturday as West Florida comes to town. 1 o'clock tip-off.
Let's see if they change anything up here after the timeout.
Mahela into the game for the Lady Bucks. And Valdosta stays man-to-man. Doran, and they get Doran with the turnover on the travel out top. Just kind of lost the handle on it. Looked like she wanted to kick out to Bella Jones and thought about it, and somewhere in there lost the ball.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with Valdosta's pressure. They're playing very good position defense, putting a lot of pressure on the Lady Bucks.
Dump underneath, and a bucket. That's Hain as Lily Long found her underneath. 57-25. Bella Jones kicks out. Mahela for three. Top of the key. No. Boy, some good box outs there by Valdosta State that time.
Here comes another three.
Yep, another one. Oh, rims in and out. We've got a whistle. They're going to get Doran on the foul, and the Cardinal Sin don't foul a three-point shooter, but unfortunately she did.
Yeah, there's two. That's the good and the bad. The good is she was actually out there trying to contest the shot. Bad is she followed through right on the shooter's follow through. So they're not going to let you do that.
Yep. Hayne to the line. First free throw up. No, front iron. Hayne 68% at the line on the season. Hayne with 12 in the game, make it 13 as she makes the second of three. And now a 9-0 run to start the second half for Valdosta, and they lead 58-25. Third free throw for Hayne. Got it. Knocks down 2 out of 3. McMath back into the game for Christian Brothers.
Right here, you've got to run your favorite play, your most successful play, something to get something going here for Lady Bucks. Hasn't scored yet.
Mahela in the corner. And really just waiting, you look at Emily Jones, you wait, Yaya Coleman trying to get them on track a little bit. Such integral parts of this team offensively. And here is Emily Jones, 7 on the shot clock. McMath looks to drive. Gives to Bella Jones. Out, Emily Jones, deep three, and it's blocked. Here comes Francis to Hayne, left side all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go, but they're going to get another foul. Should go against Emily Jones. And that time, Jones just had to get something up. It is on Emily Jones. It'll be her second as the shot clock was about to expire. And again, it's just solid defensive effort by Valdosta.
Like I said, the Lady Bucks need to do something different than their offense. They need to maybe set a couple of screens, maybe get some away from the basket action. Everything is dribble drive, handoff, dribble drive, and Valdosta State's not giving up anything. They're just staying right in front of them.
Hayne makes another one. And she's back at the line for 2 more. Went 2 of 3 on her last trip. And got it. She's made 4 free throws in a row. And it's 61-25. It's a 12-point run to start the half. McMath gives to Montgomery. She drives, dumps off to Bella Jones. And Christian Brothers just looking for something right now offensively. Here's a short 3. Rebound
good
tipped
hustle.
Around. Yeah, good hustle as well. The ball's still loose on the floor. Both teams battling, and Francis comes away with it. Long pass down the floor. Lily Long can't get it to go, but there's Haynes to clean it up, and she scores on the putback. 63-25. McMath with a runner at the other end, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line. Short in stature, but she's a gamer.
She really gets after it. She changes the pace of the game, and that's what Coach Carmack wants her to do.
Well, the foul on Valdosta's fair. And McMath will go to the line. She's going to have a chance to shoot a couple free throws on the season, 71%. Free throw up, good.
There you go.
McMath, first point of the second half for Christian Brothers. Just over 3 minutes in.
It's not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Second attempt. Got them both. 63-27.
Well, maybe that'll start a roll for the Lady Bucks here.
McMath, 8 in the game. Odell, right baseline. Takes it in, a little up and under move. Nice move, but a little short. Gets her own miss, though. There's your problem. Another offensive rebound, and is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, the Lady Blazers are just, they miss a shot, they seem to be getting every offensive rebound. They take advantage of every opportunity. And the Lady Bucks are just playing frustrated right now.
Well, the foul on Montgomery. I believe that's her 3rd. And first free throw from Odell is good. Offensive, rebounding-wise, I mean, in all the stats, we're leaning heavily towards Valdosta, but out-rebounding Christian Brothers now 32-15. Both free throws go, and it's 65-27. Doran drives in, kicks off to Jones. We've got a whistle. Couldn't really see what happened, but it's going to go against Valdosta.
She called a trip there.
Yeah, I couldn't really see as Doran drove into the lane what happened. McMath along the baseline. There's Doran right wing. McMath steps back. She'll fire a three, back iron. And a rebound to the Blazers. Bulmer back into the game. They go down low, left side.
Another open three.
India Jordan with the three, no. And Bella Jones with the board. Ahead to her cousin Emily. Left wing to Dorn, left corner to Dorn. Jones tries to dump down low to Coleman, but it's knocked away. Valdosta on the run, and here's a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Bella Jones.
Well, that was a nice drive by Jones, but she's just a little bit slow on the drop down, and Valdosta just keeps moving. They don't stop on defense. You've got to know where they are the whole time.
So now here's India Jordan to the line. She'll have a chance to shoot two. 72% at the stripe. Back iron, no. It's been a struggle for Jordan offensively. 0 of 5 from the floor in this game. 0 of 3 behind the arc. Now 0 of 1 at the free throw line. Makes her second, though. And makes it 66-27. It's a 39-point lead for Valdosta. Christian Brothers at the other end. That time, Yaya Coleman says, I'll just take it myself, gets in the lane and scores.
You like to see her do that a little bit more.
Yeah.
She needs to take it right to the basket, get in there.
McMath harassing out front,
well,
but
nice
then gets back cut and easy bucket for Searcy. Well, this is a nice play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bella Jones spins in the lane, her shot blocked. Bulmer. Down low.
Wide open underneath.
Oh, yeah, Odell underneath by herself, and she scores on the turnaround jumper. 70-29. It's a 41-point lead for Valdosta now. McMath have a seat. Bates checks back in. Well, call it a learning experience, if nothing else, for Christian Brothers.
They just need to just keep playing hard.
Yep. Doran.
Try to get some positive things going. There's a nice drive by Doran. She draws the foul.
Yep, gets a chance to go to the line. She'll shoot two. And they're going to get the foul on Bulmer.
We got immediate time.
Yep, immediate timeout on the floor. 4:55 to play in the third quarter. Christian Brothers trailing 70-29. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with Christian Brothers basketball here at Canale Arena. .455 to play here in the third quarter. Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta 70-29, and as you were mentioning during the break, 21-4 run out of the gate to start the second half, and it's going to make it tough.
Well, almost half of that comes from the free throw line for Valdosta State. It was 10 for 13 just in the third quarter alone.
Well, speaking of the free throw line, Doran there to shoot two for Christian Brothers. First one rims in and out. And you need everything to go right if you're Christian Brothers right about now. Doran on the season right at about 59% at the line. Second attempt. That one rolls off to the right side, but Coleman there to pick up the ball initially, then tied up.
Goes
Called
to
jump
Lady
off.
Bucks.
Yep, possession arrow to Christian Brothers. You know, one thing, if you've watched the Lady Bucks through the course of the season, one thing Jessie Carmack expects of her team, it's play hard. Up, down, doesn't matter. Effort is one of the key words with her.
Yeah, she doesn't put up with anybody jogging to spots or not going after loose balls. And they still are playing hard. They're just getting I think they just came up against a better team tonight.
Oh, yeah. Doran on top. Emily Jones wants to drive left side. Runner with the left hand. Good. Boy, tell you what, you look at Emily Jones and her ability to put the ball on the floor, get to the lane, get to the rim. And she's crafty with that left hand down there and can really play with either hand.
Yeah, she finishes at the basket with either hand, and she has that length.
Lily Long at the other end. Scoop shot with the right hand short. Yeah,
Here we
Coleman
go. They got the numbers. Got 3-on-1. Nice pass by Coleman.
Great pass, yeah.
She looked off to Bella Jones on the right side, gave it to her cousin on the left side for the easy lay-in.
So 2 more for Emily Jones, and it's 70-33. Little run by Christian Brothers. Odell out top. Drives right side, takes up and scores. Carly Bates tried to step in, draw the charge. No whistle. 72-33. Just under 4 to play in the third quarter. Well, you hear Jessie Carmack yelling right in front of us, move it, wants better ball movement. Here's Emily Jones for 3. No good, off to the right side and out of bounds. Doesn't want the ball to stagnate on offense. And they just have never tonight really been able to get that running game going that we're so used to seeing from them, really playing quick in transition.
Yeah, that last play, the last possession before that was the first time we saw an open layup in transition on the Lady Bucks.
Boy, nice block.
Here they go. They got a 2-on-1
yeah.
right here if they can get it.
Bates kicks to Doran in the right corner.
Swinging around. One more pass. I think, I should have went one more, but she makes it.
Scores it and the foul, yeah.
What am I talking about?
Yeah,
she made a nice little, I thought she should swing it around to Jones, but she made a nice little fake, and the defense went for it, and she made a nice little drive, and she's going for the N1.
Yeah, they get Odell with the foul. Her first. So, Coleman with a chance at the three-point play. A nice drive down the right side. Free throws up, and good. Makes it 72-36. Lady Bucks back within 36. And Coleman with 7 now. Searcy out top. There's Long. And they'll just work it around out front. Now Odell just turned and said, I can do this, and knocks down a long 2 at the top of the key. Coleman kind of backed off of her, and Odell took advantage. Here's Coleman at the other end. Little fall-away jumper, short, front iron. Searcy cut off. Odell works in the lane, spins, left-handed little stab hook. No good back iron, and Bates with the rebound for Christian Brothers. There's Coleman for 3 at the other end. That's short. Long rebound tipped out, and Coleman tracks it down, wants to attack again. When you're playing a team like Valdosta, as talented as they are, and here's Jones counting. She'll go back to the line again.
Well, the last couple of minutes, Lady Bucks look more like the team that we've seen the last few games.
So Emily Jones will go to the line with a chance at the three-point play. She's now got 14 in the game. Free throw's good. 74-39. So Christian Brothers making a little run here, showing some signs of life. And again, if you're Jessie Carmack, even when you're down like this, you want to see your team not show any quit, and they're not.
They're not. They got another turnover right there.
Yeah.
And she still wants them to keep up the pace.
Jones for 3. Good. Emily Jones is starting to find her groove a little bit here. She's got 18.
Well, the pace is picked up, so Jones feels a little more comfortable. Boom, boom. Ball gets up there to her quick, and she gets a nice shot.
74-42, minute 37 in the third quarter. India Jordan down low, follow-away jumper. Oh, got it to roll over the rim. Bates dumps down low. Nice pass to Montgomery. And Montgomery finishes.
She got in the lane, and they collapsed on her. She made a nice little pass.
Montgomery with 6 in the game. 76-44. Odell drives at the other end, whistle, and this will probably be a block.
Right. The Lady Bucks have put a little bit more defensive pressure. They switched to man here in the end of this quarter, and they're putting more pressure, speeding up the game.
So they get the foul on Montgomery, her 4th. And Jesse Carmack, you might hear it right in front of us, talking with the official about the fact that she felt Montgomery was straight up vertical. And that's, the first free throw no good. That's one thing a lot of coaches argue about now. The offensive player will initiate the contact. The defensive player is straight up maintaining what they used to call verticality, but there's a whistle.
There's always a whistle on that. You don't ever see them call it vertical. It just doesn't happen.
Right. As a defensive player, I don't know what you do. You didn't initiate the contact. And if you get hit in the midsection, your initial reaction is to come down with the arms. As a turnover at the other end, Francis comes away with it. For 3, right side, no.
Nice box out by Montgomery there.
A rare miss by Bulmer. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Emily Jones, left wing. Christian Brothers works it around. 10 shot clock. Emily Jones drives, has her shot blocked. Bulmer comes away with it. And it's long up the left side. And Carmack still talking with the official. And there's a foul. They're going to get an offensive foul on Odell with the kind of hooked as she came around the middle of the lane.
Coach Carmack might have
helped with that one, yeah.
Influence into that call.
Yeah. But it never hurts to give a suggestion here and there. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Christian Brothers will hold for the last shot. Bates out top, step back, fires a 3, top of the key. Good! Good way to end the quarter. 77-47 as Christian Brothers trails by 30. We go to the 4th quarter, and we'll be back right after this from Canale Arena. Through 3 quarters here at Canale Arena, Christian Brothers trailing Valdosta 77-47. And, Ed, a slow start to the 3rd quarter for Christian Brothers. Valdosta jumps out to that 21-4 run. But Christian Brothers seemed to kind of find a groove there through the course of that quarter and ended strong.
Yeah, they ended up speeding up the game, getting that pace on defense. It's really started on the defensive end. They put pressure on Valdosta State on defense, and they got a few turnovers, and they turned that into running up and down the court. And they feel, they're a lot more comfortable running up and down the court, so that pace is what they want.
Yeah, you look at these two teams comparatively in terms of their rosters, and we've talked about it. Christian Brothers is a fairly young team. A lot of players, a lot of key players, you look at them, sophomores, basically.
Right.
In just a second, we'll take a look at Valdosta's. Here's a turnover, so good defense again by Christian Brothers. Bates looks to drive. Coleman gives to Doran. As Christian Brothers with 14 on the shot clock, looking for some space into the lane. Coleman kicks back out, 8 shot clock. Jones dumps down low. Tried to dump it off to her cousin Bella on the opposite side. Turnover and a run out at the other end. Bernard with the lay-in. 79-47. But, Ed, we were talking about this Valdosta team. You look at their roster, and here's another three at the other end. Rims out for Emily Jones. Rebound, Blazers. 4 players, 4 of their key players are graduate students. This is an experienced basketball team that knows how to play. Here's one of them in Haynes. Down low. The Fair, who, guess what? Another graduate student.
Yeah, you can just tell the experience that this Valdosta State team has.
81-47. Here's a 3 out front, back iron. And another rebound for Haynes. You know, thankfully, in a situation like this, down low, Fair backs away in, left hand goes the opposite side of the rim and scores with the left hand. 83-47. But on the bright side, you know, anytime you lose a game, but especially a game like this, the last thing you want is about a week off in between to kind of stew over it. Here's a jumper out top, no good.
Yeah, get right back in.
Yeah, you play right back, yeah. And hopefully, pass down low, Fair again. And Christian Brothers is going to go ahead and take a timeout to kind of stop this run. 85-47, 7:51 to play in the game. We're going to go to immediate timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back to Canale Arena. .51 to go in the contest. Christian Brothers trailing 85-47. And first half, we talked about the fact Valdosta with 49 points, nobody in double figures. Now you look at them, and you've got 85 points. They've got 5 players with double digits. It is such a balanced attack.
Yeah, they just take advantage of – they just look at the matchups, and they just take what you give them. They're not looking for that one player to keep them going. They just take what you give them, and they spread the ball.
Mariona Pontnew into the game for Christian Brothers. First time we've seen Pontnew tonight. Little runner down the right side of the lane. She's bumped, gets a whistle, and she's going to shoot 2. Pontnew on the season, seen action in 10 contests. Limited action, averages about 7 minutes per game, but goes to the free throw line. 2 of 5 at the stripe on the season. First free throw up. Back iron, a little strong. Probably a little adrenaline there that time. Pontnew out of Barcelona, Spain. Second attempt, that's good. She's on the board in this one. And it's 85-48. You ever been to Spain?
Never been to Spain.
No?
Italy.
Italy? All right, it's close by. Here's a 3 at the other end. Can't get it to go. Rebound battle for Emily Jones. Comes away with it for Christian Brothers. And Jones kicks out. Here's Pontnew for 3. A little bit short. Haynes pulled down the rebound.
That was a good look. She had a wide open look, but just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, Bernard down low. Odell, oh, nice feed to Francis. Kick out to Bernard for 3 on the opposite side. Boy, you talk about ball movement. Wow.
Boy, that's that experience right there
yeah.
that you're talking about.
88-48, back to a 40-point lead for the Blazers. McMath gets the ball screen, steps back, fires the 3. No. Haynes with another rebound. Boy, Haynes just been all over the board, hasn't she?
Yeah. Sorry.
Here's Lily Long for three. Good. Wow. 91-48. And one thing you've learned about Valdosta, do not leave them open. They can flat out shoot the basketball. And here's a steal. Valdosta, 12 of 24 from behind the arc. A foul at the other end, they're going to give McMath. 12 of 24 from behind the arc, 32 of 60 overall. 15 of 20 at the free throw line. Out rebounding Christian Brothers 43-23. So just a tough night all around for Christian Brothers against a very experienced Valdosta basketball team. 6 minutes to go in this one. Odell, right baseline, faces up on Pontu, drives, tries to kick out. Pass batted in the air by Montgomery, stolen away. She'll run all the way at the other end. Oh, got it to go. So if you're Jesse Carmack after this one, oh, there's a foul. Yeah, that was a hold. But if you're Jesse Carmack after this one, as Emily Jones picks up her third, what's your message? What do you try and impart to your team on this one?
Well, I think first of all, you tell them, look at that Lady Blazer team, what they did to you. They didn't do anything special. They just shared the ball, fall to the floor hard. They didn't really do anything special. They just do it very well, and they're consistent. Mm-hmm. And one of the problems with the Lady Bucks this season has been inconsistency. Coach Carmack, says sometimes they're not ready to play. And this is the message that she's going to give them in the locker room. Look, maybe you weren't ready to play and compete right away with this team, and that you can play with them because they showed that they're right there at the end of the last quarter. They can play with them.
Yeah.
So they played with them, but can you got to keep up that consistency, and that's what that's the message she's going to give, and she's going to move into the next game. They can win the next game. That's what you got to concentrate on.
Second attempt. Both good by Searcy. 92-50. As Christian Brothers, and nearly another turnover. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Bucks. You talk about that next game, as we mentioned. It's West Florida coming in to Canale Arena on Saturday. 1 o'clock tip-off in that one. And through the course of the season, obviously you look at this one and it's been all Valdosta, but we've seen as a three. Good, Emily Jones. She's got 21. She's been a bright spot in this one. Been a bright spot for Christian Brothers throughout the season. But we've seen flashes of how good this Christian Brothers team can be and how good we think they will be in the future. Boy, what nice again. Entry nice pass down low, Little will cut into the lane. Nice dump off. Couldn't get the shot to go.
Emily Jones open again.
That one's a little bit strong. Rebound. Montgomery on the weak side. She's fouled going back up. She'll shoot two. So Montgomery will go to the line. 81% at the stripe on the season, averaging basically 11 points per game. Been strong offensively for this team. Knocks down the first. She's got 9. Right now, Emily Jones, the only player in double digits for the Lady Bucks. Montgomery has a chance to be the second Lady Buck in double figures, and is.
And, Coach Carmack is coaching this team the same way. They're down 40, but she's coaching them the same way that she did to start the game. So she isn't giving up on her team.
Here's a block by Montgomery. Rejects India Jordan's drive to the basket. She'll run the other way. Comes to Carmack, or to McMath. Down low. Pontu wants to work in the lane. Goes the opposite side. Little short with the right-handed scoop shot. Quickly to Odell. Odell backs in on Pontu. No kick out for three. No. Short. And Emily Jones with the rebound. And a whistle and a foul. This will go against the Blazers. Emily Jones in the game, as we said, 21 points. And that's her 5th rebound. And Jones is going to come to the bench. Now a chance to get some people in the game, give Give some people a breather, knowing you got another one coming up in just a couple of days. And at this point, if you're Christian Brothers, keep playing hard. Here's a 3 out top. No, a little bit strong. But still a lot of season left in this and some opportunities for Christian Brothers. Obviously still playing for the Gulf South tournament. Leanna Pearson into the game for Christian Brothers. First time we've seen her tonight. Here's India Jordan. Tries to take it up on Montgomery again. That's 2 or 3 times where you got to give Jordan credit. I mean, she's given up several inches to Montgomery, but going right at her. And they get the foul on Jordan as Montgomery got the rebound after the block shot, and Jordan tried to strip her from behind. Coming up next, it'll be the Christian Brothers men taking on Valdosta. Pearson, left baseline. Potnew thought about the 3's going to drive. Potnew scores! Aggressive move. Put Potnew with their first field goal. You look at Valdosta top to bottom. I mean, this is just a strong athletic program. Women's basketball. Oh, nice little
missed the easy
slip.
One,
missed. Yep, got her own miss and scores. That was Odell.
Yeah, Valdosta State is a very solid team all around. Defensively.
Potnew is stripped.
They have 32 field goals. They have 23 assists on those 32 field goals.
Boy, what's that? That tells you about the team right there. Here's Jordan for 3. No, Odell with the rebound. Dumps down low to Jordan, who scores.
Jordan likes to play inside the lane, doesn't she?
Well, I'm going to tell you what's impressive. Odell's passing. If they throw it to her in the post, if you will cut down towards the rim, she will find you. That's 3 or 4 times where she's found a cutter to the basket.
Montgomery got fouled.
Yeah, nice. Well, Montgomery with a chance for the 3-point play.
And what you like to see here, too, is a strong finish by the Lady Bucks. And like you said, they have a few players in there that haven't gotten a lot of minutes. But the starters that are sitting on the bench now, they're as louder than the bench was for them to start the game. And that's good. You like to see that on the team. They're rooting for their teammates, even though it's, not a very close game, to say the least.
Free throw a little strong, but tipped out. And Christian Brothers maintains possession. 3, Crawford, no.
Nope.
And now here's Jordan out top. Minute 55 left in this one, 97-59. This one really wasn't much question after the strong first half by Valdosta. But Christian Brothers has had a few little runs here, and the effort hasn't waned. That's a bright side for Coach Jesse Carmack. And McMath is going to get to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Yeah, even in a game like this, if you're the coach, you don't want to see your team's effort give in any. They haven't. Bailey Cummings checks back in.
Well, there was just the talent level and experience level that the Christian Brothers isn't there yet.
Yeah.
But like you said before, we see flashes that they could be. They could be as good as this Valdosta team in a couple of years.
Well, you look again. We talk about this as the second free throw goes. There are no seniors on this Christian Brothers roster. You've got a few juniors, and then it's sophomore and freshmen. So, Coach Carmack's approach to this is I'm going to build from the bottom up, build the foundation with young players. We may take some lumps through the course of a season or two, but the idea is by the time some of these players are juniors and seniors, you're going to have a pretty strong roster. Odell strong in scores. Boy, Odell, she's had a pretty good game. 6 of 13 from the floor. She's got 16 points in the contest now. Now 7 of 14 from the floor. 8 rebounds. 4 assists. Free throw, no good. Pearson with the board. We'll talk with Coach Jesse Carmack at the half of the men's game. Get her thoughts on this one, see what she thinks her team maybe learned. Final minute of the contest here in game one of tonight's doubleheader. And what you brought up a great point. What Christian Brothers sees tonight in this game, Ed, is what they want to be. Maybe not necessarily in style because Christian Brothers is probably a faster-paced team, but just in terms of execution and how you play basketball. Run out by Crawford at the other end, lay in good.
Yeah, the styles are different, but the goal is the same. You could play a fast style and get a lot of assists.
Sure.
Like this Valdosta team, that's just as many 3-pointers they hit. They still have those assists.
And another one. Yeah.
It's just constant movement, constant looking. Take advantage.
101-62, 10 seconds left. McMath dribbles to the right side. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And there's the final horn as this one comes to an end. Valdosta showing why they're one of the best teams in the Gulf South, winning 101-62.
Yeah, and it started right from the tip.
Yeah,
they had 3-4 assists right away, moved the ball around. The Lady Bucks got some good shots to start the game, but missed them, and then they went on that run.
Yeah,
early in the first quarter, and they never looked back.
You look at a game like this, and there's different ways to look at it, and obviously a lot of times you're going to look at it and say, boy, we just did not play good basketball. And Christian Brothers, from a shooting standpoint, 34% overall, 21% is going to say we didn't play a real good game, but give a lot of that credit to Valdosta and how they play. But in a lot of ways, Ed, I think you said it best. You just saw the difference in talent and experience between Team A to Team B.
Yeah. Valdosta has good, like you said, they have balance all the way down their roster. There was no, at the end of that game, that coach from Valdosta State didn't empty your bench because she plays everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no empty in the bench. Like CBU had 3 or 4 that hadn't really got that many minutes. I think Valdosta, all of them played up to that point a lot of minutes.
Well, Valdosta ends the game with 5 players in double digits, led by Haynes, 18 points. Farrer with 14, Bernard with 14, Long with 13, Odell with 16, and you had Bulmer with 9, all 9 of those coming in the first half. Yeah, this is a team, it's almost pick your poison. I mean, they've got multiple players that are all capable offensively, and if you leave one of them open, they can burn you.
Yeah, like you said, they move the ball well. A lot of times you see, you were talking about the center there,
Odell.
A lot of times she had some what you call hockey assists. She hit a nice cutter, and then that cutter caught the ball, kicked it out for a wide open shot that they scored. So she had what'd you say?
She had 4 assists, but from a hockey standpoint, probably had 7 or 8. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly. Now Christian Brothers on the other side, they were led by Emily Jones. Emily Jones, another good game from a scoring standpoint, finishes the contest with 21 points, 7 of 17 shooting, 2 of 8 behind the arc, 5 of 5 at the free throw line, grabbed 6 rebounds. Only one other Lady Buck in double digits. That was Montgomery with 12. Valdosta State first half, really through 3 quarters, was scalding from the floor. They cooled off there in the fourth quarter, finished at 49.3%, but 36 of 73, still a strong effort by Valdosta State.
Yeah, and the Lady Bucks, once again, Emily Jones leads them. But you look at Coleman, and what I said at the beginning of the game, when they win games, it's because Coleman's playing well. Well, she struggled from the field. She was 3 for 12, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. And she had 4 rebounds and 1 assist, but she struggled a little bit from the floor. And when she's struggling, the Lady Bucks sometimes struggle.
One bright spot, 9 turnovers in the first half for Christian Brothers. Had only 5 turnovers in the second half. Did a better job of protecting the basketball.
Yeah, they did. They did a good job because they sped up the game a little bit better in the second half, more of their pace. So even though it's going faster, they're used to that. So they're used to handling the ball, not throwing it away. In the first half, Valdosta State got back really well, and Lady Bucks had a hard time getting runouts, getting the ball, easy shots at the basket early in the shot clock. There in the second half, they got several opportunities early in the shot clock and easy shots. So, that's a positive for them. That's what they got to work on. They got to look at the positives, what went well here, and not look at so bad what didn't go well. Because, like you said, you're going against one of the best teams in the Gulf South and one of the most experienced teams in the Gulf South.
Well, Christian Brothers falls 101-62 here in Game 1 as the Ladybugs fall to the Blazers of Valdosta State. Christian Brothers falls to 5-12 on the season, 4-7 in conference action. Valdosta improves to 14-2 overall and 8-1 in the Gulf South. Coming up next, it's the Christian Brothers men. They'll take on Valdosta State coming up from Canale Arena. We'll take a timeout, but we'll be back with you right after this for men's action here at Canale. We'll be back.